Hi Leo, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kim. I'm going to be doing a past life incarnation reading that's going to affect your situation or a person in September 2018. And this is a past life. I've actually picked a card here from the Titania Lenormand deck, the tree card, as it is the underlying issue, which is the past life, and that's the meaning of this card. Also picked a couple of cards here from Doreen Virtue's past life deck, and I've got leaving or travel, and I've also got love life here. So leaving and travel states to me that you drew this card because of an old lifetime that involved travel and leaving. You may notice in this lifetime that you're a bit of a vagabond and you like to go on holidays, or maybe your work involves a lot of travel, but you could also move house quite often, that type of thing. And you've developed this from previous lifetimes. Now it could have involved you being a nomad or living a life as a Bedouin, or maybe your relationship also involved you leaving your partner at times, or you may have been left by a partner who travelled a lot. So this kind of is impacting on your current situation today, because you do have the love life card here too. So there's definitely a lifetime, or several lifetimes, that involved you travelling and moving and leaving someone that you were very passionate about. And this could be affecting your love life today. Now, I pulled a couple of cards here from the Lenormand deck, and you have the cross here. Now, this is about karmic lessons that you could be learning in this lifetime. It's about fate. Maybe you were very religious back in your past life, or your partner was, but you had a lot of challenges and unpleasant times. But it's definitely for someone from the past. Now, if this was to do with you, Leo, your health could have been debilitating, or you had a lot of lower back pain, or you had lumbar disc problems, and to you it was hard to cure this. So maybe there's a lot of shattered energy that you carried around with you, but the action you took was to make some changes. And even though it was an unhappy circumstance, you took the test and lightened the load and left. So I feel like this person's coming back into your life as of now. Maybe it might be a little bit negative. Maybe they're already in your life now. But this could be just about you having a lot of sorrow back in that time. And you're feeling that energy with the partner that you are going to meet very soon, or the one that you're with. Now, this is the planet Pluto, and that's about transformation. It's also the planet of Neptune, which is about perception. And it is also a Gemini card. So maybe you're a Gemini, or your partner may have been a Gemini back in that last incarnation. But it's about karmic lessons as well. And you also have the card of the whip here. And that's about arguments and quarrels. And it's also about taking action as well with the whip. So it's just explaining that there could be a lot of conflict that you had from a past life, or maybe you had a lot of competition together. There was a lot of repetition of you moving, possibly. There could have been siblings in a past life, perhaps, and you've come back into this incarnation as lovers. But definitely a lot of repetition, and sometimes this could mean kinky sex as well. Now, this person could have been very tense and argumentative, sexually deviant, or they could have been good with languages. Maybe they spoke a lot of languages. Maybe they got a bit hostile and angry or violent at times, but they were also very passionate as well. Now, maybe on the health scene there was a relapse, or maybe there was a lot of throat and voice problems, or maybe this person stuttered a little bit. There was some kind of impairment around this card, or maybe they just had a lot of tendon and joint problems. But the action that they took was to repeat leaving again. And maybe you had to choose your words carefully around this person so there wasn't no debates or quarrels that come up. But I feel like you always had a life with a person for 2 years, and then it repeated itself. You left again. And this planet is a ruler of Mars. It is a sex card, and Pluto, which is about deviance. And it is a Scorpion card as well. So sun sign Scorpio. Now, with we have an underlying issue of, we have the child here. So maybe you had a child back in that incarnation, and maybe they were adopted out to a place of authority because one of you couldn't handle looking after the child on your own because the other one kept leaving. And there was definitely some bankruptcy here with the fish and the coffin here. So money come to an end, or maybe you closed a bank account back then in that past incarnation, and that's why your partner couldn't look after the child. Perhaps there was definitely some decisions that you had to face, or that your partner had to face, which involved changes, and it involved you to be flexible and adaptable. Now, whether this is you or your partner, but there was definitely some movement. Maybe some of you had to travel, because these are two emotional cards here with the moon as well. Traveling maybe because of your emotions. And I feel there was a message that came from the public. Maybe this was public knowledge back in that incarnation. But there was definitely a relationship that looked successful to the public. So they probably didn't know why you were leaving, that type of thing. But you could have been leaving for job or career matters as well, because you had no money, that type of thing. And I do believe there was some luck that came, but it caused a lot of confusion. But maybe you just took a risk and you were very doubtful to do this. Maybe it was a risky move that caused some confusion. But I feel like things happened in secret. Maybe you left for a secret, another woman. Maybe you had a crush on someone else, and that's why you left your partner. Now, this could have been for sexual reasons. Maybe it was good sex that you had with this person, and that's why you up and left your partner, with the lily and the star there. Now, I have the bear here, which is about your assets. And I felt like there was a lot of stress around this, or this could be you trying to find the strength and courage here, but it caused a lot of anxiety in your relationship. And there was definitely some obstacles that you needed to cut off. So I feel that you done this in a very slow way, though. There was a lot of delays around cutting this situation off. And this could have been a friend that you that was very loyal to you. Maybe you cut your partner off to be with a friend that developed into love, but it was a long-term friendship. Now, this could have been a woman that was very wise, perhaps with the snake and the owl there. But I do feel that there was a visitor to a home, or a message that came to home that was from a third party person. But it definitely there was a message or a visitor that came to the home. Now, there was a significant invitation. Maybe there was a gift of flowers that come to the home, but there's something significant around this invitation or gift, and I do believe it was from a man. So I'm going to pull I'll pull a card from the Romance Angel deck and see if we can get some clarification on this, because it does involve you, Leo, leaving or traveling in all your past incarnations, and it seemed to be after 2-year period with your partner that that you left up and left, and maybe went to be with a friend. But we do have the release your ex card, so the time has come to clear that energy. So you're still carrying the burdens of your ex from the past incarnation, and this is what's involving why you had to leave all the time. Now this person is holding some documents in their hand, or a letter of some kind. As I said, there is a message coming. Now I just want to get a card here, some advice from the Angel Wisdom deck. If you just bear with me for a moment, Leo, and I'll just shuffle the cards just to have a bit of clarification for Leo for the past incarnation card and how it's affecting September 2018. Please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. We have a jumper here. So this is about a blessing in disguise. Now this is what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. So maybe you'll understand the reason behind this, Leo. In your present situation, as everything resolves, but trust that heaven's protection and infinite wisdom is answering your prayers in the best way they can. So maybe it's that your ex is in with you now, and the person that you were in love with back then, a friend, is coming back into your life. That could be a possible scenario for you. Now I just want to see what the Angel and Gemstone deck has advice for you. Let's see how you can get through this. It's definitely about releasing your ex. Maybe it was the ex that was leaving and traveling all the time, and maybe because of that you had an affair with a friend. That's another possible scenario. But I feel there's a lot of arguments still in today. Now we have the malachite, and this is quite an emotional crystal here. I did carry one with me one day, and it does bring all your emotions up that you didn't know you had. So just be careful of when you carry this, but it's asking you what patterns in your life do you keep repeating. So it's definitely leaving or traveling or being a nomad, that kind of thing. Walk the inner labyrinth and find the higher spiritual purpose for your challenges and lessons. As I said in the beginning, it was a karmic lesson. Discover and release the patterns that no longer serve you. Look for the emerging patterns of joy, harmony, and inner peace. Move forward in your evolutionary spiral upward. So if you can maybe obtain yourself a malachite crystal and carry it, it'll release your past karmic lessons, I would imagine, or things that you're carrying around with you today. Now Archangel Raphael wants you to say, I find balance within, I feel my feelings and embrace my emotions. Love swells into my life. I recognize repetitive patterns. I choose patterns of love, compassion, and kindness. I focus on my heart center. I treasure the lessons I learned through being in relationship with others. So that's a beautiful message that's coming through, and it's going to help you release your ex here too, Leo. Now I'm going to pick an outcome card here from the Animal Tarot deck and see how you're going to move forward with this situation, how you can fix the problem in September that's coming from this past incarnation. Thank you. Okay, and we have a major arcana card here, and it is the Awakening, and it is the Giraffe, and it's the number 12 here, and it's saying look at things in a different way and all will make sense to you. So don't worry if your progress is halted. It's only going to be temporary. Things will start moving again for you. So if you can see this butterfly on the leaf here, so you will transform. you will have a spiritual awakening. The giraffe is looking at you upside down as you are looking at it. So it's telling you to focus on the bigger picture here. There's still a lot of fruit on the trees here for you, and things are going to work out in your favour. So don't worry. Just release the X and just have a look at how things are repeating themselves. They do stem from this past incarnation, and it's about travel and leaving a loved one all the time here, Leo. So I hope this is going to help you in September 2018. Thank you for your likes, subscriptions, and for stopping by at my channel. Love and blessings to you all. Bye for now, Leo.